More than 500 workers at Clive Palmer's nickel plant are in limbo tonight. They no longer have a job, but a fast-tracked government licence may pave the way for them to be rehired. Claire Barnes joins us now live from Townsville, where the workers are meeting. Claire, what's the latest?
Well, Georgie, we've seen a steady stream of workers arrive here at the Townsville Casino for these information sessions. Now, it's designed to allow workers to ask questions about their entitlements and talk to support services like Centrelink if that's needed. Now, this has been a roller coaster day for workers at the refinery. 24 hours ago, they were told they would no longer have a job this evening, which they don't under Qld. But today, the state government stepped in to transfer an environment licence, which has really put the ball back in Clive Palmer's court to rehire these 500 people. Clocking on for what could be their final shift.
At the moment, I'm just lost for words. I really don't know.
Worried workers arrived at the Townsville Nickel refinery after they were told their jobs would be terminated this evening due to a change in management. But now there's a glimmer of hope. The state government has fast-tracked the approval of an environment licence for the refinery's new owner, the Clive Palmer-backed company Qld Nickel Sales, putting pressure on Mr Palmer to rehire sacked employees.
Given we have delivered that in just a couple of days, there is now no excuse at all for him to allow these families to spend the weekend not knowing if they have a job on Monday.
In a letter to staff, QNS said it anticipated any offer of future employment would be on the same terms and conditions. But some fear Mr Palmer may use the new contracts to scale back the workforce even further.
I certainly don't hold much hope for the future there, and I don't mean to try and put a dampener on things, but you know, it's certainly not looking good.
Worker Darren Morris isn't convinced either, deciding instead to refresh his resume.
Do you sit at home and wait for them to potentially give you an offer? Then you don't get an offer. You've still got to make sure you've got a roof over your kid's head.
The father of two says he's owed hundreds of hours in annual leave, entitlements he fears he and his family won't see.
I worked Christmas Day and didn't spend any time with my kids so we could have holidays later in the year, and now they're gone.
Bill Shorten's called for new legislation to force the federal government to pay entitlements when companies go bust.
This is catastrophic for Townsville and North Queensland. This is just not another day at work for a lot of people. As
workers try to stay positive about their prospects. And what do you plan to do at 5? What's your...
Go fishing.
Now, I have tried several times to contact Clive Palmer's people, but have yet received no response. In fact, the only thing we have heard from Clive Palmer today is a tweet criticising Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull for not guaranteeing the unpaid wages of workers at 7-Eleven stores. Georgie?
Thank you, Claire Barnes, live there in Townsville.